King and Queens, I hope everybody is doing good, doing great, taking care of your health, staying to yourself, man. Make sure you hit the like button, comment, and subscribe for me. We got O'Shea Duke Jackson. She wanted a white man and got what she bargained for. Wonder what that means. Let's get into this video. Y'all make sure y'all go and show O'Shea some love. Make sure y'all subscribe to his channel. He has super dope content, man. Let's get into this video.
The MILF Diaries. She is a TikToker, a black TikToker who specializes in one thing, swirling.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
And she encourages other black women to date white men.
Every black woman in America is attracted to at least one white man. Most black women are just too scared to admit.
The majority of our content is about connecting the two.
That's when you want to convince somebody of what you believe. When somebody says they're just scared to, why do you want to put your ideas off on somebody else so bad to the point that you feel like they're scared because they don't agree with you? What?
Audiences. And she even encourages white men to not be shy, but to do this.
Go ahead and approach that black woman that you've been eyeing down for a little while now. I guarantee you, she's been waiting for you to talk to her.
And believe it or not, many black women are taking her up on that advice. Black women are getting involved in interracial dating just like black men. And in many cases, they are more public about it. And that brings me to this beautiful young lady by the name of Stacy Charles. She just recently graduated from LSU, Go Tigers, and she was living in the New Orleans, area and then moved up to Baton Rouge for college. Now, at the particular time that she moved, at a certain part in her journey, she ended up meeting this guy, Stephen Heinrich. And at first, everything was going well.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Up until
2 a.m. Thursday. 23-year-old Stacy Charles is laying in the parking lot of this Old Hammond Highway apartment complex, bleeding out. Baton Rouge police say her ex-boyfriend.
I don't have any issue with any black woman dating outside of their race. I just hate when they try to act like dating outside of their race is them moving up. Because let's realize something. Everybody's battling some type of mental disorder. Everybody's battling every race is battling some type of mental disorder, mental health issues. We all have trauma. There's things we need to work from. There's things we need to progress from. There's so many different things that we all could work on mentally. Everybody's not going to be picture perfect. Let's be clear. That is in every group of ethnicity. That's every race that's, walking this earth. Let's be clear about it. Black men are not the only ones who abuse women. Black men are not the only ones who are in and out of jail or, all these things that y'all act like we're the only ones that do. We're not the only ones. Let's be clear about it. So when y'all try to downplay us and say, oh, I'm going to go date the white man or I'm going to go date the Indian man because he does this and black men don't. That's where y'all lose me at. Now, you could date who you want to date, but don't belittle us in, the process of it. That's where I just be like, all right, y'all weird for that. Like women that do that, it's just goofy.
28-year-old Stephen Heinrich had stabbed her multiple times before crashing his car and setting himself on fire.
And, it's crazy because I think about, I want to say his name is Michael Watts. If I'm not mistaken, look him up. I think it's Michael Watts or Chris Watts. But this man annihilated his family. Put his daughters in the mixer or something at work. Was caught on camera. His neighbor camera caught him dragging the bodies into the truck. He was taking them to come on, what we talking about? We're not doing that. I don't know how many cases of black men that have been, on that type of time, but I guarantee you it ain't nothing close to the other ethnicities. Let's be clear about that. We ain't gonna make this a race war, but let's not do that. We ain't doing that. Because I'll leave you before I ever even put my hands on you. I would rather get the heck away from you, let alone do that. Because I'm not spending the rest of my life in jail. Nah, women too beautiful. And I don't like dudes like that. I don't like dudes at all. I'm just saying not like that. You know what I'm saying? I got love for my brothers out there, but nah, not enough to where I want to spend the rest of my life and nah.
As we've heard, unfortunately, on November 14th, Mr. Stephen Heinrich deleted Stacy Charles. Not only did he do that, but he drove his car into oncoming traffic, set himself on fire, and then deleted himself. The video should be over, right? Rewind! There is some more information about this story. It's just not as cut and dry that this guy stabbed his ex-girlfriend. what we didn't know was this.
This story really hurts me to my heart. A beautiful soul. She was not protected at all. She filed a restraining order October 5th. October 5th. And here it is, November. He shouldn't have been let out of jail. I really feel that the judge here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, they failed her. He already had restraining orders against him.
I ain't gonna lie, there's many cases like this. It's a documentary on Netflix, actually. And there's different episodes. There was a case like this with a guy in Vegas or Arizona. Same places, right? Whatever. And he was doing this too. He had so many different scenarios and situations where women would call. Nothing would happen. Nothing would happen at all, to the point where, he ended up, unaliving and all that type of stuff. And then, of course, they went after him. But it's like, why does it take for it to get to that point? There should be something more serious done. And I don't know what, but it should be something done serious when a person is constantly calling and saying, hey, I'm in fear of my life. I'm in fear of this. I'm scared. I don't even want to go to sleep at night. I don't feel safe in my home. It got to be something that y'all can do. Y'all can come up with something.
Out of town from other women. He shouldn't have even been out of jail.
And this.
But how DV is not taken seriously, especially in regards to Black women. It's constantly not taken seriously. I know from my own experiences. I'm sure many of you Black women share the same experience. She had, I think, 3 restraining orders against him. How was it that he still found his way to her?
So the point is that this young lady was scared for her life as it was. And this guy, Mr. Heinrich, was doing a bunch of bad things, stalking, and, so she put the protective orders on him on October the 5th. The problem was he posted bond of $2,500.
Soon after that, Heinrich was arrested for allegedly beating Charles. Commissioner Keena Kimball gave him a $2,500 bond and a restraining order. This was just 1 week before the stabbing.
So how does a man that has a flipping assault, like a harassment, has probation, have warrants, were able to slip through the system, get a $2,500 bail, and was able to go back to the same young...
Yeah, see, his bail should have been way higher. It should have been $25,000. Y'all made it too easy. He had that little 25. He like, whatever, that's nothing. I think you got to pay, 30% of that or something like that, 3%, something like that. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. And correct me on the Vegas thing too. Arizona to Vegas. I know somebody going to be like, you don't, whatever. But yeah, y'all got to up the price on that. This man got all of this stuff listed and he was just able to just get all 25. That's cool. Just 25. He can get out 25. Give us 25. Give us 30% or 3 of that. I want to say it's 3. I don't know. I could be wrong. But like I say, check me in the comment section below. But yeah, up the price. Make it more difficult. Make it more of a strenuous situation.
Lady that he harassed and killed her.
He basically was in jail for bothering this.
Now, let's be clear now. This woman is a beautiful woman. This is a beautiful, beautiful woman. Look at this dude, man. I mean, come on, man. Women, what y'all want us to have all of this to 6'6", and y'all want us to have all our hair, which thank God I still got mine. Y'all want us to have all our teeth, and y'all want us to be this and that, and y'all go over and date other people, and they don't even have to have nothing, just bread, just have a little money, and that's it. Ma'am, you knew god darn well you wasn't supposed to be with this individual. Look at this man.
This Black woman, and then he got out, and so what you're hearing now are the women who understand this story making it about a domestic violence issue. This is what's happening to Black women. Now, at first, this is a young lady, dealing with a white man. And now, because this is a white man who was locked up for harassing a Black woman, you're hearing Black women spin their story as this is an injustice against us. And to be honest, I won't say that it's not. I mean, it is Louisiana, for crying out loud, right?
Hot damn party.
But then there's more. I actually read this particular article, which was posted on November 14th by WBRZ News in Louisiana. In the article, a lady is being quoted by the name of Dominique Ramkaran. Now, she is saying that Stacy Charles' death could have been prevented. And why is this? Because Dominique is a mother of one of his ex-girlfriends. And so she says this.
I said, y'all not going to do anything until someone dies. And look what happened.
Ramkaran, who lives in the same New York town as Heinrich, knows him well. He and her daughter went on a couple dates in 2023, and since then, their entire family's life has been a nightmare.
A year and a half, you harassed and stalked my daughter. A year and a half, you have tortured us.
She says when her daughter no longer wanted to see Heinrich, he began constantly harassing her, her daughter's friends, and other members of their family to the tune of hundreds.
You have attachment issues, brother. You had mental issues. You had a issue with somebody neglecting. You had neglecting issues. Now, let's be fair. I grew up feeling the same. I grew up feeling the need to, I'm not going to say always have or get women's attention. But once I was able to get to a point where I was confident within myself, because I was in the shell for a long time. Once I was able to get out of the shell and actually, be around women and all of that, I used to always yearn for it to the point where I've ruined, relationships because I'm like, you know what? You're not giving me attention. Okay, I'm going to go over here where I know I can get it from this woman. But I had to realize that it was bigger than just me wanting to be around women. I had to realize that, okay, this right here is an issue. If I can't be loyal to my partner because we having a small disagreement or she's not wanting to talk to me or she want to shut down, that does not mean that I get a pass for me to want attention from women. This is the same thing with a woman wanting to detach themselves from me. I have to realize that people are their own individuals. So I have to accept the fact that sometimes I'm not going to be the person they want to be around, or I need to realize that this person moves in a different way than I move. But that will never and has never been an issue to the point where I want to hurt somebody. Never. You can say a serial cheater or a serial attention grabber or however you want to word it. You can womanizer, whatever you want to say. That's fine. That's cool. But I've been able to grow from that. I've been able to realize the importance of staying in your own peace, staying in your own space, respecting situations for what they are. I don't care who want to hang around me, and I don't care to hang around just anybody. It's not that serious for me. But to the point where you want to hurt somebody, bro, you was dealing with neglecting issues. You had a problem with somebody wanting to separate themselves from you. And men, I'm going to say this. If you know you a monster, bro, look in the mirror and realize that you are a monster and you need to change. Not for nobody else, but for yourself. Because it can lead you down a road of destruction, which is exactly what this was. This is exactly what this is. This was a monster, and he didn't check himself. And he felt like he wanted to play God and take somebody's life, which is the weakest thing that we could do as men. That's trash, bro. That's just like you taking your own. That's trash, bro. You take your own life. That means you weak. You're not strong enough to battle this thing called life. And that's not what we meant to do, bro. We gods. We got to do better than that. We kings on this earth. Y'all bugging.
Hundreds of calls and messages a day, often from fake numbers.
She says when her daughter didn't want to deal with Heinrich anymore, he began constantly harassing her daughter's friends, her other family members to the tunes of hundreds of calls and messages a day, often from fake numbers. Watch this. Remember, this is the white guy, right? He violated the protective order numerous times. They only gave him probation.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
So guess what? Even in New York, and I'm assuming that Ramkaran is either black or something else, he was getting away with it at that particular time. But guess what? Once he came to Louisiana, he was beating on the young lady, Stacy Charles. He goes to jail. He posts a $2,500 bond, then kills the girl. But here's the second part of the story. It's true that she was unprotected. But what is also true is that this young lady had a very serious hatred towards black men. Now, again, when you look at her profile, it all tells a unique story. This is not to be indicative of everybody, but when you look at her on Twitter, Stacy Janae, LSU, #CatLover, Haiti, #Harvey. So this is a young lady who is not from the #FBA community. And I don't know if this has anything to do with it. Clearly, I don't think all Haitians are like this or whatever, but she's not in our community. So that's one thing to point.
It's crazy because the one thing that you thought you were going to avoid dealing with one race, the one race that you thought wouldn't do it, did it. And I'm so sick of black men getting ridiculed, getting bashed, acting like we don't take accountability, acting like we are these worst walking, you know what I'm saying? Like we're just the worst walking piece of crap on this earth. So far from true. We're great husbands, we're great boyfriends, we're great fathers, we're great brothers, we're great sons, so on and so forth. We are great men on this earth. Let's be clear about that. Have we made mistakes? Absolutely. Have we done some things that we're not proud of? For sure. But who has not? I just hate when women I hate when our own people get on here, and I hate when we do it. I hate when black men get on here and bash black women. That to me is irritating as heck, man. I could never not see myself being with a black woman. That's crazy. Bashing, saying the most craziest ish. And I've dealt with some of the most, some things that you will feel like and be like, well, why don't you hate black women? I will never hate black women because of one experience I've dealt with. Even if it was 2 experiences, that's just me personally. It feels like home when I'm with a black woman. It feels safe when I'm with a black woman. It felt like love. You know what I'm saying? It felt like peace, harmony. It's serenity when I'm with a black woman. I'm not hearing that. I'm not ever bashing black women. I don't care what I go through, because I've dealt with other races before. And guess what? For the most part, women are all women. People are jacked up. It ain't got nothing to do with their ethnicity. I've dealt with a Mexican before. You know what I'm saying? I've dealt with a Filipino, but let's be like, come on, man. I don't want to hear it.
According to her. But let's look at what she's saying here. Back in February 2018, I want a white boy. Send a white boy my way. I told Leroy I got a white boy, and the first thing he said was make a YouTube. Now, this is back in 2018. It's 2025, so she wasn't even 16. So, maybe she's making these tweets, and you think that maybe she will change as she gets older. So we're going to see the timeline here. Our white boy of the month, what a good way to end. So she's still talking like this in 2019. Okay, so somebody please find the white boy in the navy suit. All right, so she's crushing on white boys. No problem, okay? But let's see if that behavior changed. Really want Negroes to leave me alone. Damn, so this is 2022. So you know how when sometimes somebody passes away and you go back and look at their old tweets, and even if it's somebody like, Kayla Nicole, somebody popular or whatever, it's easy to go back and say, oh, that person changed. But you see from 2018 to 2022, that behavior is still the same, all right?
I'm going to stop it right here. I know y'all attention span is terrible. Make sure y'all go and watch this on O'Shea's channel. It is called She Wanted a White Man and Got What She Bargained For. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel. And before you do that, make sure you subscribe to mine. Like the video. Put your comments, man. I really want to know what y'all think about this video right here. It's time for us to wake up and realize that we all need each other. And also, too, it's okay to date whoever you want to date. I'm not telling nobody not to date, any other ethnicity. But I want to say this, and I'm going to say this loud and proud. Black men and black women, we are some of the greatest walking humans on this earth. And the moment we realize that, we're able to gain our power back. Let's be clear. All right. We're going to go through crap, but we got to go through it to grow through it and realize that. So, with that being said, love, peace, and prosperity. Hello or goodbye. Talk to me. Do not yell at me. We elevate until we hit our head. We ain't bleeding yet. Spread love, not hate. I see y'all when I see y'all. Be great. I'm gone, man.